There we go. What's up, everybody? Tonight, we're going to do something a little bit different. Decided to go live and talk about a handful of upcoming sports card products. Now, normally I do product previews and I get checklists and kind of break them down to like 5 to 10 minute videos. And that information usually comes out like a week or 2 weeks before the product is released. But it seems like more lately we've been having products that come out and the checklist is released the day of, sometimes even after, sometimes a day or two before. So that's been a challenge for me lately. I figured, there's several products that came out or that are coming out this week. I figured let's go ahead and take a look at how I make these videos and how I obtain the information, the assets, check multiple sources. Hey, what's up, Gills? Goza, good to see you there. Um, I think we're going to start off here with 2024 Topps Heritage. So forgive me, I'm still learning the StreamYard and the capabilities. I've used it once, so still trying to figure some stuff out here. But I think what we can do here is this. There we go. So now we can show this side by side. And so one of the sites I really like to use for finding information on upcoming products is Beckett. Right now, here with the 2024 Topps Heritage High Number baseball card product, they have a bit of information. They usually have decent images that I pull from. Um, of individual cards, like the Paul Skeens we see here, and then we'll get into kind of some of the other sites I use for sourcing the materials and stuff. But what I really like about Beckett's options here is down at the bottom, they kind of have a bunch of information about the product itself, and then the checklist is kind of broken up into different sections, which makes it easily digestible. So for 2024 Topps Heritage, there are 9 cards per pack in a hobby box, 24 packs per box, and 12 boxes per case. The set size is 225 cards. I know the first 200 of those cards are rookies and veterans, and then 25 of those cards are actually short prints. So this is set to be released on the 26th, which is tomorrow. If you're watching this live, this checklist was actually released. I think it was like just 24 hours ago, so it really wasn't enough time to kind of put together an in-depth video. So I figured if we do it live, I can kind of walk through how I find the information, source, assets. In each hobby box, you expect to find autographed memorabilia card, which just says one, which is kind of a bummer for the price point of getting one auto or memorabilia card. I wish it was a guaranteed autograph, but unfortunately, it is not. There are also 5 chrome cards, 2 aqua cards, and 4 dark blue parallels. Uh, there's also a little bit of information sometimes about other formats besides hobby. With a value box, I assume they mean booster box with 1 chrome card, 1 aqua, and 3 green borders. So another thing you can do here is you come down to the checklist information. The base set, as I said earlier, 225 cards, and there's a bunch of parallels. And for some reason, they're not serial numbered like they normally would be. But there's the aqua, the black and white, the dark blue, green. There's a mini, a white border, black border, which is numbered to 50, and a flip stock, which is numbered to just 5. So we'll scroll down. You can go through the whole base set if you like. Um, let's see. Okay, so that, like I said before, the first 200 are rookies and veterans, and then the final 25 here, you can see they're labeled as short prints. Up to the top of this checklist, talk about some variations. There's a handful of different variations in the product, starting off with the color swap variations. 40 cards in the checklist, no parallels. And I'll go down here further, the image variations, also 20 cards, no parallels. And then the missing signature variations, which I could become confusing for some people. I wish they had an image of this card. I haven't found an image for the missing signature variations. So I'm assuming it's going to say something about an autograph or signature card, but there's no signature, which to me just seems kind of a lazy insert, but it is what it is. Next, there's the team name, city name swap variations. So I was reading something about these. I think it was on Cardboard Connection, talking about the team or city name swap. So what they kind of are talking about is like it doesn't have the same team colors, but it would be like a different team's color. So if, for example, I don't know what the color of these cards are, but for the Tatis, he wouldn't have like say a yellow border card. He would maybe have a blue one for say Vladdy here with the Blue Jays. He wouldn't have a blue one. He might have a red one or something. So for some reason, they're switching out the colors. So it's kind of like the opposite of a color match for some reason. So next is the throwback uniform variations checklist. 10 cards, no parallels. We'll go back up to the top here and go through a few of these autographs in this set. There are the 1975 baseball cut signatures, as well as the 1975 celebrity cut signatures. Why they have celebrity cut signatures in this product, I don't know. I would prefer they just stick to baseball, but it is what it is. It's kind of crazy because all are of ones with no parallels, so very, very tough pull. There's also the Clubhouse Collection autograph relics set, no parallels. So we kind of see that as a kind of ongoing thing in this product. Is there's a lot of autograph sets without any parallels. There's the flashback autograph relics and then the oversized 1975 Topps baseball autographs. So we got 13 oversized cards that are signed, and then we get to our first autograph set that does have a parallel, and that's the Real One autographs, 83 cards. And the only parallel is the red ink special numbered to 75. Now, I did see this one earlier. Let's scroll up here. Here's an example of that. It looks like the Jackson Merrill. So these ones numbered to 75 are hand numbered versus a normal uh, printing like part of the card itself. So that is a little different. Really not a fan of the Jackson Merrill autograph. It's just kind of a little scratch there. I wish he had a better auto. But, yeah, that's what it is there. Okay, so there's the Real One autographs. After that, Real One dual autograph checklist. So just like it sounds, two players signing one card. There's also a Real One reverse autograph checklist. Also, no parallels. Next, we'll take a look at some of the memorabilia cards in this set. There's the Clubhouse Collection Relic, just a 60 card set, not serial numbered. There's also a Clubhouse Collection Dual Relics. There's the Quad Relics and Triple Relics. So single, dual, triple, and quad, all of them not numbered with no parallels. Next, we get to some of the inserts. There's the 1975 Happy Birthday checklist. So this is just a single card that is not numbered with no parallels. It says 75th B-Day Happy Birthday for the name of the card. Now, I know Topps has been around since 1938, is when they first started out as a bubblegum company. I think in 75 years ago, 1951, or almost 75 years, 1951, they came out with their first sports card product. So I'm guessing that's what their birthday is about there. So also, there's the 1975 retirees checklist. So this is a 15 card checklist, no serial numbering, no parallels. All 15 cards are of three players: Killebrew, Gibson, and Juan Marichal. So they each get 5 cards. One thing I look up about this, and why this was even a set, is all 3 of these players retired in 1975. Since this set is based off the 1975 design, they put a special insert set in there. So happy to see that in there. Do have a couple of the 1975 cards, like Willie McCovey here. So if you look at the original 1975 Topps cards, you can see that they have the same design basically as we're seeing here in this Topps Heritage product. Next is the award winners checklist, just 10 cards. There's also the Chrome checklist, which we talked about a little bit, 625 cards. So these are also included from, it says, from the Topps Heritage that didn't originally have Chrome versions. So with this Heritage high number, it also includes the original Heritage card set, I assume. So there are the base, there's the black border 75, a gold border number to 5, and then a one of one superfractor. And we're going to scroll through this quite a ways, 625 cards. And now, there we go. Get to the combo cards checklist. This is a 10 card set, not numbered. There's also the Fred Lynn files checklist. All Fred Lynn, all 10 cards. And we'll take a look at one of his cards here in a second. There's the Now and Then, the oversized 1975, which we talked about that with the autographed variation. This is the variation. And there's a perfectly programmed checklist, rookie performers, also not numbered, no parallels. The Fred Lynn, let's see, right here is that design. The Fred Lynn files kind of has a date on there, and 16 total bases ties a loop mark. So you see they're using original photos. A little bit here with this image. There's a few other ones. Here's that Bob Gibson, part of the 1975 retirees set. And then let's see what else. We were inserts. So that was pretty much it. So what I like to do is I take this information and normally put it into a short, 5 to 10 minute video. Sometimes these images here on Beckett's website, sometimes they're not the best quality. And sometimes I'll have to look at other sites. So I always like to check multiple different sources. Obviously, for baseball, I'm going to check Topps website. They have a little bit of information here. You can view their checklist, which isn't the most user friendly. It's a little bit difficult to use. I wish it was a little bit better built. I also like Cardboard Connection. I use that to check for some of the same information, just making sure there's not contradictory information. And if there is, check multiple sources and try and figure out what's actually correct. So sometimes different card companies, or not necessarily card companies, but retailers like Steel City, David, stuff like that, they'll have different information about a particular product. So as you can see here, Cardboard Connection, they'll have some of the same images and some different ones that weren't on Topps's website. Or so that kind of gives us a couple different options for sourcing product, or at sourcing assets, that is. And then also check the a couple of the top sites for buying product to check on the pricing. So Steel City has it at $229 a box, and it looks like right now Dave and Adams has the same product here for $199, so a little bit cheaper. Most of the time, it's the same price. Sometimes it varies, 5, $10 or whatever. But right now, it looks like Dave and Adams at $200 versus Steel City's at $229. So pretty good chunk off there, off that price. Also, I'll check both these sites as well for the images, just to see if there's any other cards, images that weren't listed on Beckett or Topps or any of the other sites I've checked before, just to see if there's anything else I can add to the video as far as visual examples. Looks like that will do it for this part. I'm going to go ahead and X out of here. Stage. There we go. That's better. Okay, so let me remove this. Just hanging with me here because we're going to move on to the next product, which is the 2024 Panini Encore football. So I'm going to remove this one, stop that screen. Let's see if I can add another one here. Let me share this screen. Okay, there we go. Just figured this out here. Okay, so back to Beckett for the 2024 Panini Encore football. This kind of gives me a very much a 90s vibe, maybe even 80s vibe. A lot of orange in these images. Chase Brown, Heinz Ward. Not a big fan of it. It just seems kind of discombobulated and a lot of orange and brown in the designs. Not crazy about this one, that's for sure. This was a little bit better. That Michael Penix Jr., Keon Coleman, all black and white, bringing back Pinnacle. So as you can see, this one is set to be released on the 26th, which for me is tomorrow. Um, there is not a checklist out yet for it, which is kind of a bummer. Which the Panini, Pops, Upper Deck, they all could put out their checklist before the product is released, but that doesn't always happen. So you can look at we got 6 cards per pack, 10 packs per box, 12 boxes per case, 200 cards in the set. And other than that, not a whole lot that we can get from this. It is one autograph, one memorabilia card, 10 inserts, and four parallels per hobby box. I checked on a few different sites here. So I went to Panini's website. One nice thing for them, they do have like a little countdown for when the product's going to be released, which is kind of cool. Looking at about $200 for a hobby box. Um, Panini does have a few different images, kind of a different quality. Like this one looked like it almost has a little bit of green in it on Panini's site versus here on Beckett's. To me, it just looks very much black and white versus this one with a little bit of green. So sometimes there's a little variation in images. Nice Matt Ryan autograph, his jersey in the background. And we're going back to the Pacific. This little like pyramid shape. I wish these also had the names and information about each card, but it doesn't on Panini's site. Heinz Ward again, the Joe Burrow Pinnacle. And then we got the Pinnacle inscriptions. And some of these we've already seen. There's a different one, Dak Prescott. Looks like maybe a pink or red variation or parallel. And then we'll check a few other sites. Cardboard Connection again, see what they've got. They've got a little bit of information about the design, uh, different variations, subsets. They do talk about some of the parallels that are in there, but sometimes this is just kind of a draft for what we're going to see when the actual checklist comes out. And sometimes that information changes, honestly. They do have a little bit of information here on different few inserts in the product, some memorabilia cards, and that's about it. Just a few images there at the end. So that was at $200 on Panini's website, and then it looks like Steel City has it at 224. And same price here at David Adams at 224. So looks like maybe you're better off if you can get it from Panini. This is a product for you. Looks like a little bit better price there. We can check Midwest Cards. Sometimes they have it actually quite a bit higher, 259. Hey, Julie, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, that's another site here that I just came across. Giant Sports Cards. They have it on sale right now at $200. So save you $25 if you for them. Julie, you showed off a package. Check that out. Okay, awesome. Will do. Yeah, definitely check that out. And then, yeah, that'll pretty much do it for this product since there's no checklist out yet. Stop sharing that one. I think next we've got Origins Basketball. Let me see if I can pull this one up next. I think this another product just comes out this week here. There we go. Show up yet? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so 2024-25 Panini Origins basketball. This information was recently released. We'll get back here to these images in a second. Looks like they do have the full checklist out, which is nice. The only thing with that is it just came out, and this product drops on the 28th. So that's what, Friday. So only a few days away. Wish they gave us a little bit more time, but is what it is. So they do give you kind of a nice list of different parallels with serial numbering, kind of show off the base set because it has a pastel, like almost like painting kind of feel to each of the cards. And some of these parallel uh, memorabilia and autographs, unfortunately, sticker autographs again, kind of reminds me somewhat of like Topps Midnight, where the background is completely replaced. There's nothing to do with other players or anything with the court, especially something like this with kind of like constellations in the background, constellation signatures. So it makes sense. And then kind of back to more of this painting kind of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get to the checklist itself. Base set makes up 100 base, not only a couple of them are not serial numbered. Most are serial numbered, which is nice, and they do like which ones are first off the line exclusive. So interested in that route with the H2 box, I think it is. So in a hobby box, there are two total autograph or memorabilia cards. Wish it was just autographs. Like I said before, sometimes they do the or with um, autos and memorabilia. You end up with a couple of patch cards, which is fine, but sometimes for the price point, I think you deserve autographs. But also, these are two parallel and two base cards, so not a whole lot in the product itself. So 7 cards per pack, 1 pack per box, 12 boxes per case. So very high risk, high reward kind of product. Besides the base set, there are also base variations, just 15 of them. And we'll get to the good stuff. The autographs with the Blue Moon signatures. 22 card set. All parallels are numbered, including the base, which is number 25. Super low printing on this product, or excuse me, this part of the set. The opal numbered 15. There's a gold to 10, green to 5, and a black 1. Also, the constellation signature checklist. These are all numbered to 25. So this is like that shack card. Here we go. The constellation signatures. So kind of like the sky in the background with the stars and stuff. Um, get back down here to it. Those are all numbered to 25. There's a opal, gold, green, and black parallels as well, all super low numbered. We constantly signature. For some reason, sometimes Beckett will put a little bit of extra information about a particular parallel. So up here, that's the opal to 15. Select cards only. So sometimes the base set of a particular set will have a different amount of cards as some parallels, and they usually note that on Beckett, which is kind of nice if you're searching for like doing a player run or something like that, and you can't find a particular card in a particular parallel. Well, maybe it doesn't exist. So sometimes it's nice to check with Beckett's information on that. So, also, there's the dual signature checklist with some of the same parallels, including the purple first off the line. There's the elevation signature checklist with a bunch of different parallels and a bunch of information about particular players that don't have a particular parallel. Right, that a little bit. Elevation signature is red. Elevation signature turquoise. Providence autographs, more of the same parallels and super low numbering. Sometimes the number to 15, and sometimes to 25, player. And then there's also booklets, which I noticed that too. The rookie autograph booklet patch card. These are all numbered to 10, and there is a black one of one is the only parallel. Next is the rookie autographs with a bunch of different parallels. Only one of them is not serial numbered. Most of them are. And then the rookie jersey autographs. 40 card set base of these not numbered. Again, there's only one parallel that is not serial numbered as well. And then the purple first off the line to 18, and we have a swirl first off the line 3. There's also a 6-star signature checklist, just 2 cards, but 6 different players on each of them with a black 1 of 1 parallel, and the base being numbered to 10. There's also a universal autograph checklist, 18 card set, 30 is the serial numbering for the base. And again, this single parallel is the only one that is not serial numbered. And there's a little bit more information again about the particular parallels and which ones have certain players, like this universal autograph. The red only has 2 different players, where the base set has like 18. So that'll do it for autographs for this product. Memorabilia checklist. There's a Logo Man 1 of 1, which I did see an image for that right here. Shy Alexander, you get kind of a watercolor pastel design in the background with the iconic Logo Man image there for the material. And of course, with Logo Mans, they're all 1 of 1s with no parallels. There's also origination memorabilia checklist. 20 card set, base is not numbered. There's red, pink, gold, green, one. There's also the rookie jumbo jersey checklist. Uh, this is also not numbered with the same parallels and same serial numbering. Go back up to the top. That'll do it for memorabilia. At least they don't have a ton of memorabilia cards. It seems like they're a little bit more autograph heavy just from the checklist itself. We'll take a look at a few of the inserts here. Big Bang checklist, no parallels, not numbered. Same with the black snake eyes checklist. So this is something that I think is a short print, which they've got a couple examples here. We've got a couple different versions of Luca with the Origins insert here, with the snake in the background on this one, and then from this other one is like the tiger eyes. So it's like the only thing that's different is the parallel of the background image. It did change the design. I don't know if that's what it's going to look like actually in the actual release. Sometimes the images used do change up a little, but I would have thought that they would use the same photo of Luca in both parallels. So I thought that was kind of strange that they're using versions of him. Let's see. After the snake eyes, we've got the Cosmic Storm checklist. Uh, Base is not numbered. There's red, turquoise, gold, green, and black. 1 of 1. There's the Dawn checklist with a lot of the same parallels. Euphoria checklist. We've got a few different parallels for this one. Sometimes there's like a run of inserts that have the same serial numbering with the same parallels, and then there'll be a couple that will be completely different, which is a weird choice, but it's what it is. Meteor shower checklist for this insert, base not numbered, 4 different parallels. The nucleus checklist, also base not numbered with the same 4 parallels again. We also get the origin stories. We'll take a look at some of these images here in a second. The origin, originals. Okay, wait a second. Origin stories and then originals. That's a tongue twister. There's the saber-tooth tiger eyes checklist. So that's got to be different from the actual just tiger eyes one. There's the snake eyes checklist, taking the leap. And yeah, there's the tiger eyes. So it's kind of confusing. I don't know why they don't put those all in like one section of insert with the different eyes insert, and have tiger eyes, have like snake eyes, but they do have it separated for some reason. So, and then that'll pretty much do it for this one. They have updates, which I don't want to get into too much because a lot of times update is just leftover cards from other products that just get thrown into new product. Some of this is like this from 2022-23 Panini Contenders Optic. So that's been sitting around on a shelf somewhere for a while, waiting to get put into a future product. So you can go through these if you like. I'm going to stick to kind of just the main checklist. So went over to Panini. We got just over 2 days before this comes out. For some reason, they don't have pricing on it. For I don't know why. Our last product we looked at did have pricing. They do have a little bit of product information, not a ton. Uh, they do have good vibrant colors, I think, on Panini's website for some of their images, and some of their images, like this, booklet, wasn't on Beckett, so I have to kinda jump back and forth between different sources to find these different assets. So, I also checked Cardboard Connection. Eyes parallels are so cool. Yeah, I think they're awesome looking. Um, let me see. Like, those are sweet looking. It'd be cool if it had some sort of color with it too, um, or maybe if, like, the animal kind of went with something with the mascot of the team or something like that. I don't know, somehow to tie the 2 together. I think that would be kinda cool. Also, there's the Steel City collectibles. They have a presale, but now that it's out of stock, so they don't even have a price on that right now. I think David Adams was the same. Yes. So David Adams does not have it either. They do have break options, which is a lot more affordable, but it's what it is. Midwest Cars does have it right now at 250 bucks for a hobby box. And then one other site I use sometimes is Trading Card Database. So I like to use this for finding particular information on any set, especially if it's a set that's been out for a little bit, because people are able to, like, different users could come in and add images of every single card, every parallel, autos, inserts, everything. So it kind of is a little bit of a work in progress right now, which often happens with new products. But once that product's been out for a little while, this information will fill up, which is kind of nice to see. So close this one up because that will pretty much do it for um, this product. I think next up we've got the Panini. Wait, no. So we just did Panini Origins. We've got Topps Inception football. So something a little bit different. Let me see if I can move this. Stop screen share. Let me pull up the next product, which is the Topps Inception football. And I think I'm sharing now. There we go. So Topps Inception kind of reminds me of Origins in the way that it looks, because it looks like they're using some sort of paint basically for a lot of the designs of these cards in this product. Like the Drake May rookie here. So obviously, football not going to have a license with Topps. So all of the logos, NFL logo or helmet logo, stuff like that, all gets photoshopped out. So you can see that on cards. But a lot of like brush strokes from like acrylic paint or something in the background there. And I dual auto, Caleb Williams, Jordan Daniels, that'd be a nice one for sure. And we got Tom Brady, kind of a weird signature, that's for sure. No Patriots logo on the side. There's a Barry Sanders memorabilia here. His player worn, which is kind of a bummer. I don't like it when it's actually being worn. And then here's the CJ Stroud launch insert. That's kind of cool looking, like rockets in the background, and it looks like smoke and fire from like a rocket launch. So it's pretty neat looking. Let's see. So Beckett does not have information yet on a full checklist. It looks like 7 cards per pack, 1 pack per box, 8 boxes per case. Set size, still don't have that info, even though this product comes out on the 28th. So we got what, 3 days till it comes out? Kind of up there. But, in each hobby box, you can find 2 autographs, 1 memorabilia card, 2 parallels, and 2 base cards. We'll take a look. Went over to Topps website, see what they've got on it. Nothing. Topps Inception football information coming soon. It's like, well, the products are being released in a couple days, so it'd be nice to have a little bit more than that. It looks like from Steel City Collectibles, they actually changed the release date. So this got bumped back, what, 1 week, I would assume, 4/4. I think that's next Friday. So it was set for the 28th, but Steel Cities has it set for the 4th. This sort of thing happens all the time. A lot of times I'll do a product preview video as soon as something, comes out with a checklist, and be like, "Oh, this is coming out in a week, perfect." And then it gets pushed back 2 months. So there's also a top section in baseball, it looks similar. Yeah, I assume they're gonna do the same type of design. They may have some different inserts between baseball and football. I think that's I think I forget. Perhaps Inception just come out or base forget. But it looks like with Steel City, one nice thing is they do have a lot more images, than, Beckett did, like this Keon Coleman here, inaugurations. I still like this launch insert. I think this is really cool looking, with all the fire and the rockets and stuff in the background. So a different parallel here, the blue parallel with Peyton Manning. There's a rookie jumbo relic autograph. This is a red parallel, so just a red background there. The Bo Nix. And it looks like Steel City does have a few of the parallels listed, and then some pieces where it's like, "Oh, here's this product or this, subset," but they don't have all of the information yet. So, what is that? 250 for 2 autographs. Let's check out David Adams. Also, same price. And it looks like they did move their date as well to the 4th. So it looks like this product is gonna come out on the 4th. And David Adams doesn't have a whole lot of images. They have sometimes these other images where it's like card with a little bit of information next to it, which makes it more difficult if I'm making a video on the product, having to sit there and cut out each card versus having this entire slide in there because some stuff gets kind of clumped together. Let's see. And then I also checked on blowout cards, see what kind of info they have. It looks like this one also got moved. Yeah, so 4/4 is right when this product's coming out. They have it at 245 versus 249. So it looks like blowout cards has it. So that's an option too. So let's see. That's it for that product. And then one other thing I wanted to take a look at is a product that has recently come out, and that is 23-24 Upper Deck Premier Hockey. I did a product preview already. I'm not going to go into that. I did want to show one other site for hockey in particular that I use all the time um, for product previews. Let me pull this one up here. That's better. All right. So Premiere is finally out. Last products we'll see with Connor Bedard rookie year stuff. So for a hockey checklist, one of my favorites is this Klaus and Chara. They have other products as well besides hockey. Um, but if you look at their checklist for, say, baseball, their latest checklist for baseball is from 2023. So they don't really get into other sports as much with the checklist. They still sell other products, but hockey is their bread and butter, it seems. So you can check out their checklists. I like take a look at most recent ones, but they have information now on Premiere. Some of the images, which is nice, but the best part about their site for checklists is it's broken up by set as well as parallel with each serial number. And so you can open each one and be like, okay, the best set is numbered at 299, and here's every card. They kind of go over the top with information. So it's numbered at 299, random insert packs, and it even tells you it's a 60-point card. So if you're looking at maybe collecting a particular set, you can find out what type of top loader you need if you're looking at some of these thicker cards like this. One of my other favorite things about the site is the ability sorry, losing my voice. Let me get another drink of water here. The the ability to, filter stuff within the set. So you can filter by keywords like a particular player, you can filter it by team and see how many cards there are per team. So if, like, you're looking at doing a team break and buying into a team, you could look and see like, okay, Carolina, they only got 60 cards in this product, whereas Boston has 199. So that's something to think about. I also like to search for a particular player. So if you're looking to collect a particular rookie, in this case, it's 23-24, Connor Bedard, I look for. So I just typed in Bedard there, and it filters out every single Connor Bedard in this product. There are 48 of them, and it gives me that full list of each card in every set with every parallel, which is nice. Let's see. What Julie said one box had 3 cards from the same team out of 7. That's crazy. What are the odds? It's like 7 cards per box. What are the odds that almost half of them are the same team? Like, if that was out of a break, that'd be kind of nuts. But yeah, this is where I go through and do some player collecting, some team collecting. I can also check the same checklist. Check the checklist. There we go. It's loading. On Upper Deck's website, they have the same information for the 23-24 Premier Hockey. The only thing is with their checklist is not very user friendly, and you kind of have to click on it and then use the arrows to scroll over to see what a card is numbered to. Uh, like a little bit of other information here with like the thickness of card. You said 6 cards, but my first box had an extra card. Oh, that's always nice to get an extra. It's always bummer when the other way around. You're like, hey, you showed me the card here. But yeah, Upper Deck does have all the information for this product. It's just not in a very nice and easy way to manage. So I wish that you could sort and stuff like that from directly from Upper Deck with their checklist, but it's literally all one huge list, and you just got to scroll forever to find it all. Single format there. So for me, hockey checklist, Klaus and Chara is the best option for checklist information for hockey card products. The cards are gorgeous. Absolutely, they are. It's I have a hard time buying into ripping a box of this price, not knowing what you're going to get. I definitely buy singles later on once it comes out. It does. Premiere kind of reminds me of Ultimate Collection, sort of, but a little bit more patch heavy. A lot of different material cards, which is kind of cool. A lot of legend stuff like Bobby Orr there. More material stuff. And yeah, autograph rookie patch autos. Yeah, oh, and then the megas are just crazy looking. Mark Andre Fleury, a couple different wild cards there, and then Kale McCarr, and then hand numbered too, which is kind of crazy. I'm gonna stop sharing there. Yeah, I wanted to kind of do something different, keep trying out these live streams, see how this works, and just kind of learn more about live streaming and figure out a better way to present some information, especially when it's released at such a last minute kind of thing. So, thanks all for jumping in, joining me. Appreciate you, Julie. I'm going to check out your video right after this. I'll give it a watch, and yeah, everybody have a great night. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to y'all later.